What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction and back with some more Social Distortion. I'm going back to Mommy's Little Monster. Once again, big shout out to Paulie, as well as to Ryan. If you see this, Ryan, which I imagine you will, you check out most of my punk rock reactions. I saw on Facebook it was your birthday yesterday. I sent a message, not sure if you saw it, but either way, happy birthday to a close punk rock friend of mine. And yeah, we're going to listen to the third track on the album, which is called It Wasn't a Pretty Picture, which paints a pretty clear picture, although not a pretty one apparently. But yeah, once again, this is from '82. Big shout out, as I said, to Mike Ness. And once again, as we go through their catalog, starting with this album, and there's another release that Paulie sent me, perhaps I'll get a better sense of, what their guitar work tends to be like, and the drum work and so on. But yeah, bottom line, looking forward to It Wasn't a Pretty Picture. I'm just looking, there's, as I mentioned when I first started reacting to this, there is organ on a couple tunes, but we haven't gotten to either one yet. So in any case, let's listen. This is Social Distortion on Mommy's Little Monster. The track is It Wasn't a Pretty Picture. It's a straightforward phrase that suggests that whatever happened or whatever is occurring, and in fact, it seems to be past tense specifically, so whatever took place was a bit of a brutal and or painful outcome. Or maybe ugly is indeed the right word. There's no gap between the songs. Place the tone, but I like it. On the highway 109, his wife has left him for another man. A kid, a child, experiments with drugs. A friend who's locked us in a suicidal way. No one said life would be easy. The executioner has sung his last song. His last song. Last song. His last song. His song. Electric, almost like staticky. I enjoyed the constancy of it. And yeah, it sounded like vignettes of different people in life. A politician who gets caught with drugs, but also, homeless people on Skid Row. And then there's like, someone's, like a husband whose wife left him for another man. So it seems like there's different phases and different types of brutal experience. And, the connecting theme, as far as it seemed like, is, no one said life would be easy. That, it ain't a pretty picture perhaps applies to, or it wasn't a pretty picture perhaps applies to life as it exists, which makes me think, I remember Jello Biafra talking about, when someone asks him, a lot of your songs and maybe even punk rock more generally, it's always negative, it's always like complaining about things. And he's like, I don't really see it that way. I see, bringing up or highlighting a problem is often the first step to solving it, or at least addressing it. So in that sense, he was saying, even if we're bringing up problems, even if we're talking about things that we see as being wrong, or it's our little, contribution to trying to turn things right. And so this feels like it fits into that, it's dystopian, but it's also saying like, hey, these are problems, these are social and personal problems, and maybe some of them, because of the way humans are and the way that, modern society is, maybe they're inevitable, or at the very least, they are bound to happen on a probabilistic framework. But yeah, it did seem like the implication is that there's brutality everywhere, and this is his song. Like the narrator is saying, this is my song. So once again, we do have the lyrics on this, although as I keep pointing out, it's like small print and it's like flipped, where the background is black and the writing is white. Either way, this song, where are we? They're not like listed in the same order. Is that? Okay. It's in the top corner. Again, it's the third tune, but it's in the top left corner. Last Night of Horror. I did hear that, but I wasn't sure if I heard that noun correctly. Last Night of Horror, found murdered in the streets. The Skid Row bums are just waking up. A politician caught holding drugs. A friend who's left us in a suicidal way. I wasn't sure of the word after suicidal. But yeah, so suicidal way. No one said life would be easy. Doesn't mean that much to me. So that's like an empty phrase. It's like, well, yeah, sure, but look at the awful stuff that happens out here, and not just the one type of person, or a person at just one phase of the social ladder. What does it say? A crash hash up on Highway 109. His wife has left him for another man. A kid, a child, experiments with drugs. A friend who left us in a suicidal way. So again, it's just all the different, potentially, or all the situations that, people, even young kids, all the way up to, a married, working man and so on, for all these different people in life are all sort of struggling through the brutality that is human existence. So yeah, that's what it feels like. And then after the next No One Said Life Would Be Easy, the executioner has sung his last song. And didn't he say it's my song? It doesn't say that here, but I thought that's what he said. So yeah, everybody's, The Walking Dead, everybody is, already, digging their own grave, whether knowingly or unwittingly or inevitably, inexorably. So yeah, again, it sounds harsh. It's, there's Subhuman songs, and as you can see, big Subhumans fan. And a lot of their stuff from right around this time, 81, 82, it's calling out social problems, cultural problems, political problems, and, drawing or casting a garish light on all the things and all the struggles that people deal with. So it feels like very much in that vein. Once again, shout out to Paulie. Once again, shout out and happy birthday to Ryan. If you see this, do let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.